Welcome to AD Nightly, the weeknightly show with yours truly, Ben Boquist. Our leading story tonight, the Liver King has been arrested on terrorism charges for threatening Joe Rogan. Just kidding. But, seriously, that's a real thing, but that's not what we're starting with, because that's crazy. Why would that have happened? I don't know, obvious reasons? So dumb. So dumb that, it's sad, really. The Liver King and his liver or whatever. His thing was that he, ate raw food, including raw livers, and that was well enough to sustain him towards a gigantic frame of pectoral excellence. And God bless him. I know my eyes kind of look like his right now. Not my jowls or dimples. Oh, man. My jowls. Just looking, I got the return up and I see the picture of my jowls. But regardless, that's a thing that's happened. It's kind of like ruling the social media sphere right now. I don't know about that, if it's ruling it, but it was something I saw earlier. And so he got terrorism charges. Terrorizing one guy. Let's see. There's some news. A synthetic human genome project gets a go-ahead. Oh, man, a synthetic human. What does that even mean? It's from the BBC, so that's kind of stupid. Streaming live here. Let's read it, and then I'll give you my opinion on it. So a controversial project to create artificial human DNA begins. So work has begun on a controversial project to create the human blocks of human life. I read human twice. From scratch. In what is believed to be a world first. The research has been taboo until now because of concerns it could lead to designer babies or unforeseen changes for future generations. But now the world's largest medical charity, the Wellcome Trust, has given the initial €10 million to start the project and say it has the potential to do more good than harm by accelerating treatments for many incurable diseases. Dr. Julian Sale of MRC Laboratory of Molecular Biology in Cambridge, who was part of the project, told BBC News the research was the next giant leap in biology, saying, quote, "The sky is the limit. We are looking at therapies that will improve people's lives as they age, that will lead to healthier aging with less disease as they get older." Saying, again quoting, in a new quote, thought, "We are looking to use this approach to generate disease-resistant cells we can use to repopulate damaged organs, for example, in the liver and the heart, even the immune system," he said. Critics fear the research opens the way for unscrupulous researchers seeking to create enhanced or modified humans. So Dr. Pat Thomas, director of campaign group Beyond GM, said, quote, "We like to think that all scientists are there to do good, but the science can be repurposed to do harm and for warfare." Details of the project were given to BBC News on the 25th anniversary of the completion of the Human Genome Project, which mapped the molecules in human DNA, and also largely funded by Wellcome, WELLCOME. So yeah, that's a thing that's been kind of at the top of the, the conscience of the people for a while. The Human Genome Project, the boson particle, and all of that. Large Hadron Colliders. About every which way you look, seemingly. Hadrons are colliding. Whether the Large Hadron Collider is there or not, that's kind of my take on it. But, cool. Like, as far as this thing, I know I just kind of like changed the frame. I got all the way back in the thing here. And yeah, overall, that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, there definitely is room for bad stuff. And really, the frame of all the bad stuff I see comes towards like hyper capitalism and just people kind of like pricing out, like, if you don't want a disease, you got to pay this much type of stuff. It's bad. It's not cool. I don't like it. And no, don't monetize science in such a way. It should just be kind of the safety net. That's really what science is. And instead, it's kind of like the ceiling, the glass ceiling, if you will. That's how I see it. But, man, what's the next story here? I think we got one more something here besides Liver King and the Human Genome Project / artificial DNA thing comes about. Which that's, we didn't really get to. So check that out again. I don't know if I sourced that correctly. I didn't, in fact. It is from BBC. BBC.com. Controversial project to create artificial human DNA begins. And really, it's a lot of creative license to say that in the fact that we have CRISPR-Cas9 at the front of technology right now, doing all that cool stuff. Okay, so I guess I'll just riff the rest of the time. That was kind of a long silence. I was just looking. Maybe there was something that I had missed in the news cycle. But no, as usual, I'm on top of it. I'm thinking of everything at once. Trying to. Where's my beer? Where's my beer? My cold beer. It's ice cold, guys. It stays cold. Do you know why? Because I've got my WQPT koozie right here. And it does the trick. As a promotional gift from one department of a public company to me. And I've held it close. And it served me well. So there's some affinity there between me and that koozie. And it's great. It's a great feeling to have when you'll reach in your bag and be able to keep your warm beer warm for hours. Because it works the other way too. It keeps warm beer warm and cool beer cool. That's all we want with our reality. I'm sorry if I just seem to become supremely inebriated. Because I'm not. Ooh, here's one. Here's a taboo one. Sex scam industry recruited U.S. Not U.S. Recruited us while we were schoolgirls, say models. And this is a story from BBC too. So they're always taking the, gotta get it sensationalized type of aspect to it. But okay. So one afternoon, as Isabella left school again, I don't like doing the straight up narrative type of shits because it's like too much someone else's work. So I'll read the first couple paragraphs here, and then you could read the rest. So from the BBC.com, sex cam industry recruited us while we were schoolgirls, say models. One afternoon, as Isabella left school for the day, someone thrust a leaflet into her hand, saying, quote, "Do you want to make money with your beauty?" It asked. She said a studio looking for models seemed to be targeting teenage pupils in her area in Bogota, Colombia's capital. At 17, with a 2-year-old son to support, she desperately needed money, so went along to find out more. She says when she got there, it was a sex cam studio run by a couple in a house in a run-down neighborhood. It had 8 rooms, decorated like bedrooms. So, again, that's BBC.com has put out this, chosen to put this out. 23 hours, just 23 hours ago, they chose to put this out to get the word out about apparent pornography, sex cam industries, they would have you believe. And yeah, like, have you not heard of the internet? Like, the internet's terrible. Imagine what was going on before the internet as far as, sex work and stuff like that. It is bad. It's terrible. It's very terrible, especially when you think of, the repercussions of the trafficking and just the whole Epstein shit. Like, really, that's what it leads back to. How did I say his name? Say Epstein? Yeah, the dude killed himself because he knew he was like a fucking, like, a pervert who took it way too far. Like, when you're trying to, like, industrialize manipulation, that's bad. It's bad to do. Never do that. And, it should be, it's a gray, the weird thing is the gray area between when someone's like manipulating, and it really comes down to intentions. When it's like fiscal or monetary, in my mind at least, that's when it's the worst. And really just inexcusable. So, and I guess there's other reasons, power structure, that kind of thing, ego driving, especially when you're talking about like relationships. What's a pimp to a John? What's a pimp to a bottom bitch? I mean, you take care. I don't know much about pimping. I know it ain't easy. And it sure is not fun. Some will have you know. I didn't mean to get into this type of like, topic, but here it is. I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Everybody's seen the cam girls, especially in today's day and age. I want to write up a huge report about what I think about, just the future of, or how it is now with OnlyFans and the cam industry and all that stuff. And I don't know, just where we can go from here. Where can we go from here? This is the new Liver King signing off. Just kidding, it's Ben. Thanks for listening to 80 Nightly, and we'll see you.